Modern gaming seems to be a disease on its own nowadays. And there is a group that actually believes that skill and KD means anything. Well, it doesn't. It gaming was and is built for an experience, a casual experience to escape reality. But for some reason, people really want to incorporate the competition of life into gaming and actually think that that means anything. Well, the funny thing is, my age, my age doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't. Where I come from, we didn't have texts, we didn't have WhatsApp or anything online. We had landlines. We called each other on a landline or we rang their doorbells. And Saturday morning were for cartoons. You know, we were locked inside with family, with brothers and sisters, with chills, no screens, nothing. You know, and gaming at that point. I'm born in 1979, so I've witnessed the rise, the fall, and the rise again of gaming. And gaming wasn't any different than our entire life. We didn't have day one patches. When we bought a product, we owned the product. We went to a store and we bought a game, we played it, and there was no day one patches or any internet connection required. You know, we had a finished product with a finished experience, and obviously we played against each other. Same room, we had competition, but it was face to face. It was casual. It was for fun. It was for laugh. One day your friend wins, the other day you win, and that's it. Nobody cared about KD skill. We cared about experience and fun. And before I'm addressing this topic even further, I need to make a disclaimer here. You know, I'm not the type of guy that calls out people, and I'm not doing that here either. I hate that in general. You know, my channel, I'm 620 subs. I love all my subs. I respect everybody. Thanks for being here. If you're new here, drop a like, subscribe, hit those notification buttons. But I know that in the greater scheme of things, I'm a nobody, right? So I know that. But I can't ignore the problem of modern gaming, because eventually it also pushed my question a couple of videos ago. If Call of Duty is still my game, you know, there is a constant push for conflict, right? A constant push for being better than who? Than somebody you never met before, only in the comments on your screen, you know. And I happen to agree with the fact, well, I think it's a fact that social media, internet, streaming eventually contributed to the issue of modern gaming, that constant drive for, oh, you have a skill issue, or skill this, skill matters, KD. And this comment from Nadeshot just actually hit the hammer or hit the nail right on the head. Right? It's these motherfuckers are lost. Why are people lost playing Battlefield? The same goes for Gavin's, his comment, right? Also a streamer. And why are people lost for enjoying what Battlefield is? It's a casual game. Actually, the community, first-person shooters community, a big bulge of them, actually asked for a game like this to come back from work, or having a hard day or a long day, and you just want to escape reality, put your headphones on. I don't care. Sit in front of your big ass TV, or you sit for a monitor because you take it a bit more seriously, and just have casual fun. You can easily run a 0.5 KD and have fun in Battlefield. You know, skill doesn't matter. It doesn't. But I do respect Nadeshot for what he is, because he's built an empire, and he's an entrepreneur. He's built $1 million business. You got to respect that. And I understand where it comes from, because at the end of the day, if I would have been born a little bit later, I probably would have done the same thing. You know, with this whole Call of Duty live stream reveal of Black Ops 7, I believe that the company paid some people 500K or 400K, something like that, to stream the new product. Who else is going to turn 500K down just to stream a game and be positive about it, and then build a community where, for some weird reason, KD movement and skill matters? You know, if somebody paid me 500K, I will stream your mum getting a 360 no scope by 3 guys for 500K. I will, for 500K. And if you then look at the comments on social media with the whole release of Battlefield and Call of Duty, it goes back and forth. You know, all these people that actually believe that skill and KD matters, and the way that it's been formed and pushed, that it constantly drives a non-existing competition that distracts from the fact that gaming is for fun, for experience, for escaping reality, not to incorporate it or inflate it. And to be fair, skill and KD matters, but it's for a very select group of people that build a business on top of it. You know, it's Nadeshot, for example, but also the competitions and the online gaming competitions. I'm watching a lot of invitational from Rainbow Six Siege. Skill matters, but skill's more than KD. There are people in Rainbow Six Siege, professional streamers or professionals that do these invitationals, that run a below 1.0 KD. But the reason they have skill is because they contribute in a team way, know what to do, know when to plant, know when to push, know how to use their utility in the service of the team. Eventually, at the end of the day, when you strip the competition away and you take Battlefield as a casual game, that's actually what you do as well. It's, as I said, you can enjoy Battlefield with a 0.5 KD, and you will have your Battlefield moments. You will have fun, and you are able to contribute to the team as a medic, as a support, as an engineer, as a sniper, but actually spotting people. And that's got more to do than skill. It's just contributing to the team in a fun way. And what I actually believe is that, therefore, Call of Duty is less and less a game for me. And that's fine, you know. Maybe I've outgrown that franchise, because in my view, Call of Duty wants to be something that it's never going to be. And that is a live service game. It's not going to be that. Battlefield is here for the next 3-4 years maybe. The next Call of Duty is already in production, and we all know that next year you will have the same cycle. It's a business that's built on microtransactions, selling the same thing over and over again, and the only reason they adjusted is because of Vince and Pella this year. If it wasn't for Battlefield, you would have a full skill-based matchmaking, turtle selling platform. And within that platform, it seems that skill matters so much that people are almost obsessed with it. And I don't think that's healthy. That shouldn't be gaming. Modern gaming should be just like the good old days where I come from. The arcades, the being at home with your friends playing that game, having that experience. The best experience were actually single-player games, for example, on the PlayStation 1. Resident Evil 1. I no-lifed the hell out of that game. We didn't have internet, we didn't have YouTube, we didn't have anything to tell us where to find that freaking ribbon or the crank or whatever, what to do with it and how to progress. We needed to sort that shit ourselves, and that was fun. You know, it was an experience. So I think that for me is making gaming hard to enjoy sometimes, especially online, because I know what gaming can be if we take it a little bit less seriously. That's it. So this was just my 2 cents about modern gaming. I'm just curious, guys. How do you look at that? How do you play your games? Is this for competition, drive, skills? I'm open for everything. As I said, you know, I respect everything, and I just need to look at myself and maybe agreeing that the game is not for me anymore. So leave your comments. I'm looking forward to your insights here. And other than that, if you're playing Battlefield, see you on the battlefield soon. Bye. Moment 6 out.